All right. You got some news?
Yeah.
Do you?
Yeah, you want to do news right now?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right, so getting to that Cheryl Hines story. Cheryl Hines clashes with The View over husband RFK Jr.'s record for serving Americans. The health secretary's wife pushes back on claims that he is the least qualified HHS head in history. As Sonny Hostin went on about the problem, respectfully, is that your husband is the least qualified Department of Health and Human Services that we have ever had in history. He has also spread a lot of misinformation, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion, and I think it is very dangerous. I say that with the utmost respect. We got a clip.
People spread a lot of misinformation, a lot of chaos, a lot of confusion.
Oh, clap it up. Clap it up.
It's just a very dangerous thing. I say it with the utmost respect.
Some of it's good and some of it's not. That's the point.
Listen, we all have different views here.
Yes.
And when you say, misinformation, disinformation, we could go back to COVID when...
He's connecting circumcision.
All right.
May I finish?
I'll pause it there for a second. First off, they hate COVID talk.
Yeah.
They fucking hate COVID talk because it's 5 minutes old and they're all fucking
wrong.
liars.
Yeah.
Or stupid or liar. She brings up COVID and you go into circumcision. Also, they go, all the misinformation, like it's that thing. It's like, listen, what happened to Charlie Kirk was wrong. I disagree with everything that came out of his mouth, but it was still wrong. It's like, what do you disagree with? You disagree with everything that came out of his mouth. Everything, yeah. Everything. So when he said, take care of your family and raise your kids, or with a disagreement with that, you didn't disagree with, they do it all the time. I just disagree. How much look, we just had a pandemic. Ladies of The View, so it's easy to keep score. Let's just take the shit he said about COVID versus the stuff you guys said about COVID, and we'll get a batting average. Okay, so no one is batting 1,000, but let's see who has a higher batting average. And I will put my net worth on him. So what are you talking about? All the misinformation. Yeah. I love it. They go, all the stuff. Yeah. No one's going to be perfect in their batting average. His is much higher than yours. Okay, but let her finish. Sorry.
May I finish?
Please.
When Fauci people were saying when you get the vaccine, you cannot transmit COVID. It will stop COVID. And that was disinformation, misinformation.
We were also still learning about it. It was a novel virus we've never encountered before.
Right.
Because now the doctors will acknowledge that
And Dr. Fauci has a medical degree.
They were censoring
All right, pause it there. Dr. Fauci has a medical degree. That's right. That's why he was able to do gain of function in a Wuhan lab. Chris Carolla does not have a medical degree, so she wouldn't be able to do gain of function research in a Wuhan lab behind people's backs. And she wouldn't need to be pardoned for that reason either. So, first, I love the medical degree. Yes, everyone who was either wrong about COVID or lied about COVID had a medical degree that you guys threw in our face. There's also many people with medical degrees that were correct that you shunned and said need to be deplatformed. Yeah. So I'm not sure how this medical degree part works, ladies of The View, but as soon as you bring up COVID, they go, we didn't know. You never said you didn't know. You said you knew.
Yeah.
So it's stupid or liar. In his case, Fauci was lying. But I love the backtrack of we're fucking retarded and we don't know anything. And by the way, then why should we listen to you when you make decrees? Okay, because your argument is, why are you listening to me? So it'd be like you and I are driving to the club and I go, Rudy, I got this. I've been in this club 1,000,000 times. Go right up here on Hoover Street and then take that straight away to Adams Avenue, and then we'll go down to Martin Luther King, and then at some point we're out of town.
Yeah, well, Adam, I know you have your way, but listen, I saw a shortcut through that ditch.
Yeah, okay. We're in the middle of the barrio. We're not near the club. And then you go, what the fuck? And I go, well, why are you listening to me?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't have a degree. I don't have a driver's license.
I'm not Magellan. Yeah. Yes, well, because I spoke with authority for a long time, and I told you where to go the whole time, and at the end, when you say you didn't know where you were going, my excuse is, why are you listening to me? Because I don't know anything.
I was still learning the way.
Right.
I mean, during that time, we were still learning the way.
Right, but you're trying to get people deplatformed, fired from their jobs, thrown out of the fire department, lose their pension, locked out of their jobs. Yeah. But you didn't know anything. Okay, so you shut the beaches and you shut outdoor dining, but you didn't know. And okay, what else don't you know for the next crisis that comes up, okay? And then are you basically saying then we shouldn't listen to you because you don't know shit and you talk with authority? And by the way, you didn't end anything with a question mark. It was an exclamation point. Everything was, I know. Remember, Fauci was science. You didn't believe in him. You missed out on the science part. So the I know crowd now backpedals. And again, their excuses were imbeciles and we're incompetent and we didn't know anything. That's the best we got.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, bitches. We're not listening to you then.
Yeah.
There's more. I think there's. You can go back like 10 seconds. I do love when you bring up COVID and misinformation. Foreskin.
Counted before.
Right.
Because now the doctors will acknowledge that.
And Dr. Fauci
But
has a
at
medical
the time, they were
degree.
censoring Bobby because Bobby said, where's the science to show us this? And there wasn't any. But people attacked him and said, you're wrong. So it's like, let's take a step back. I know that's your opinion, and that's okay.
People spread a lot.
Yeah. Well, you know, a lot of the other stuff that they talked about in this that I love Cheryl for, because it feels like Cheryl's her winds are starting to change a little bit as time is going on, and maybe she's sort of seeing that her political party is full of shit.
I think so. Also, she needed to navigate Hollywood for a long time.
Sure.
Now, okay. So here's Larry David's a fucking nut job. He's a political lefty, insane person. Like he may be. Let's see. He would be left of Mark Ruffalo. Or maybe tied in the political nut job insanity, global climate change, just fuck stick, retard, super hard left.
Yeah.
So
he's great in task.
Your boss is a super hard left dude, super hard. And you don't know when you're coming back for the last season. So what are you going to do? Put on a MAGA hat and stroll down the boardwalk at Venice Beach? I don't think so.
Yeah.
Hollywood people are pussies, and they know where the fucking bread's coming from, and they just shut up and suck a dick because they're cowards. So she wasn't going to upset the apple cart over there at HBO, especially with Larry David.
Yeah.
So she had to just shut up. Now she's in charge.
Yeah.
Her man's in the catbird seat. It used to be shut up and don't piss off Larry David because he's a fucking lunatic and a leftist. Now it's the season's wrapped. That's it. No more Curb Your Enthusiasm. Oh, and my guy is Trump's guy and Trump's president. So now she's like, fuck y'all.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Why doesn't it work the other way, though? Like, how come guys like us can look at Larry David and go, absolute comedic genius, we can sit and watch Curb Your Enthusiasm. Somebody who's on the left can't watch something that you put out, or like a Tyler Fisher, or something that the Daily Wire puts out. You know, they did that movie a few years ago. What was it called? Something with the balls, something. I'm
yeah.
But why is it that
the all-male team, transgender, said they were going to go play basketball against the girls.
So why is it that we have no problem going the other way and watching people who
why are we so much better than everyone? I'll tell you why.
Basically what I'm saying.
I want you to cut me off at minute 22. They do this thing all the time, and I believe that they hurt their argument. Because when people dig into me, they go, he said this, he said that, he did this, did that, and they'll go, the unfunny Adam Carolla, blah, blah, blah. Now, there is no way of units to measure funny, but I'm funnier than all these people. You can't say that I'm not funny because that's what I've been doing for 30 years, and I haven't missed a day. So so you can't, like, you can go, you can say, I can go, fuck LeBron James. He's a race hustler. And that guy sucks at basketball. Because now I seem like an idiot.
Yeah.
Because he clearly doesn't suck at basketball, and I clearly don't suck at comedy. Otherwise, I wouldn't do it for as long as I have done it.
Mm-hmm.
And by the way, pre-politics, I was considered funny by the same people. So
Sure.
did you you decided I wasn't funny at some point?
Mm-hmm.
So they have to work an emotional component into everything, which is the unfunny, not funny, not going to watch that, versus a separation. Because I would say about Jon Stewart, let's say, I would go, well, I disagree with a lot of his political stances, but he's a good dude. He pays taxes. He loves his country, and he's good to his kids. All right. Now, the other side is I disagree with the political stances, and he's Hitler.
Mm-hmm.
Right. And the one that's always weird is they'll go, his policy, Ron DeSantis' policy of cruelty. That's what he is. He's an evil dog catcher from a Disney movie from the 60s,
Puts
right?
cats in bags.
Right. He's cruel. He hates kids and he's cruel. Yeah, that's Ron DeSantis. He's cruel, you fucking idiots. Just say you disagree. And also, you hurt your argument when you start piling on.
Mm-hmm.
It's that sort of when you're a kid, you go, at some point the guy beats you verbally and you'd go, oh, fine, but I'm not, you're fat.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, you've been defeated. Because you're arguing over something and now you just had to yell out that the guy was fat. So they can't do it because the argument isn't enough. They lose the argument. They're not going to win the argument, so they have to add on the extra spiritual, moral things of being cruel or evil or racist or bigoted, homophobic, xenophobic. They have to tack on all the window dressing because the argument just based on the merits of the argument or the policy that's not going to work because the numbers don't pencil out in that department. So then they have to go to this sort of cruelty department, so you go, I don't think we should raise the minimum wage because you raise it to $20 an hour, as they did here in California, and there's a lot of people out of work and a lot of businesses going under and a lot of kiosks now and automation and robotation and all the stuff that we're going to get rid of. We're going to put these people out of work. And then you can't argue the numbers. You're not going to be able to argue the numbers. It's going to raise the price of the food. Businesses are going to go out. They're going to start cutting back on staff, and everyone's going to be part-time. No one full-time. All right. So you can't make that argument. So you say, I believe mothers should get a living wage, and you're cruel for wanting to deny them and their children food because you can't make an argument that works with the numbers.
Yeah.
So you start working the emotional side of it. And you'll see it when you argue with your kids. What's a kid say? What's a kid say who doesn't make the team, who's 9, who comes home from school? Coach hates me. Coach hates me. That's an emotional argument. Not you fucking suck at baseball. It's coach hates me. Not if I worked harder and learned to hit a curve or whatever it is. It's coach hates me, right? That's an emotional argument. You just got an F in your history class. What? The teacher has it out for me. These are emotional arguments because you can't compete.
Yeah.
You're not writing the book reports. You're not doing the homework. You're not doing the work. So everything boils down to this person's cruel. This person doesn't want families to eat this one. You're making an emotional argument because your numbers aren't working in the stats department of the argument.
Yeah, the best Charlie Kirk videos are the ones where he talks people back into a corner and then they go, you got a big head.
Right.
And then they turn around and run away. I've showed so many people those videos and go, because they would disagree with everything he would say for no reason. It was just like, I hate this guy. And I go, well, do you love your family? Do you want peace? Do you want a nice community? Yeah, well, that's what this guy wants. You disagree on 20% of what he says.
I know. All right, we have a video of Larry David finding out on that show. This is my favorite show. We just bring progressive rich white dudes and tell them their families own slaves.
This isn't AI, is it?
This is just such an odd combination on my father's side of the Germany and the South.
Yeah.
Two places that we have fought against as a country.
Yeah, right.
Oh my goodness. I hope no slaves show up on this
Please turn the page. Now, Larry, this is another part of the 18th.
Oh, you did it! You did it! I knew it! I knew it! Unbelievable.
Unbelievable.
Boy.
That's unbelievable.
Oh, boy. Name of the slave owner, Henry Bernstein. My great-grandfather was a slave owner.
Dun, dun, dun,
Slaves,
dun,
one
dun,
female,
dun.
age
Earnestly
4
bigots,
mulatto.
just asking.
One female, age 17 mulatto. Oh, Professor, I'm so sorry. You can see why my father didn't want to tell me anything about his family.
All right. So there you go, Mr. Pius.
Yeah.
Okay. Can we just do this? And I mean it. With what's Larry David's net worth? Okay. Can we do something like this? They talk about reparations all the time. We argue about reparations. And then some people go, my family wasn't even in this country, blah, 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 blah. Okay, so my kid's mom's family is all born in Italy. My dad's parents are born in Italy, and nobody's known anything here but poverty. There's no slave owners with the Carollas.
Yeah.
We're too new to this country. Like, my kids have no slave owner reparation, anything. There's nothing there.
Yeah. Well, you had slaves, except for your mom bought them used at a garage sale.
Yes,
Yeah.
we'd go slave dumpster diving on Friday nights. She covered one with a sheet, which is in poor taste. That's what she do with her sofa. All right, Larry David's net worth is $400 million. He's 77 years old, so he's not going to be able to spend that money with the time he's got left on this planet. So he and his party, and he's very progressive, are for reparations.
Sure.
And he has a history of slave ownership in his family. And so does Ben Affleck, whose net worth is $600 million. And so does, who else did we talk about? We talked about Andrew. Ben Affleck has this. Who was the other guy who was revealed? Oh, Sonny Hostin. All right. From The View.
Wow. No kidding. Okay, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are all bleeding heart liberals, and you're for reparations, and your family has slave ownership, and you're all multimillionaires. I don't have your money, and my family has no history with this, and I'm against reparations. So
Sure.
I'm 0 for 3. You guys are 3 for 3. Why not cough up some cash? Why not just get that side of the aisle who is for reparations? And here's all it'll be easy. If you're for reparations and there's a history of slave ownership and your net worth is more than $30 million, then you cut a check. That'll be a substantial amount of money. I mean, look, Larry David's net worth could go from 400 million to 375. It's not going to put a dent in his bank account.
Sure.
And there's Sonny Hostin can cut a check. Ben Affleck can cut a check. They can all cut a check, and then they could get what they want, which is reparations.
Yeah.
Hold on. Do you want reparations? Yes. Okay. Good news.
Yeah.
Great news. Great news. Your family owns slaves and you're rich. So you cut a check. What about Carolla? Carolla's family didn't own slaves. He doesn't have your net worth, and he's not for reparations. So cut a check, Mr.
Yeah.
Reparation guy, who never will cut a check, by the way. But it's pretty easy. Why isn't Jasmine Crockett pitch this? Like, why isn't somebody like, let's just look, let's see if you own slaves, see what your net worth is, and let's do it.
Yeah. Aren't we paying for our white privilege, though? Isn't that?
Yes.
Yeah. That's what we have to do.
Every time I travel.
I know. And, man, I got pulled over on my way to a gig the other night, and the police officer let me go with a warning. And when I called somebody, I was on the phone telling them about it, and they go, well, there's that white privilege kicking in. I was like, no, that's the respectful hands up on the steering wheel where they can see them. Sir, do you mind if I reach into my glove box and grab my registration? Sir, I'm going to reach around and grab my wallet. All the whole time being incredibly respectful. And at the end of it, and it was a Latino cop. Guy walks up and goes, hey, man, just keep it slow in these small towns. I said, no problem, officer. Have a great night. And that's how you get out. It's not because he walked in and was like, oh, Whitey, keep moving, bud.
Well, by the way, the majority of cops in L.A. are, black or brown or women or something. It's not that good old. It's not like Murph, the redhead from Union 76, comes out. You don't know who Murph is. Murph. You find me a commercial from Murph of Union 76. That's the whitest dude
He had a
ever.
hound dog too, right?
Oh.
Murph?
Didn't he?
I don't know if Murph had a hound dog. He was the friendly guy.
Yeah.
By the way, they would run these commercials in L.A., and that's what I thought going to the gas station was going to be like. When I got older and got a license, got a car, I didn't know it'd be the steely-eyed Middle Eastern guy going, no, it can't, no, no. Pump 3. No pump for you. No pump. No. I didn't know it was that behind the bulletproof glass.
Sure.
I thought Murph was going to
come out.
He's going to come out and go, can I check your oil?
Always have a rag wiping oil off his hand. Yeah.
Murph was the whitest dude who was the most helpful guy. The noise would go off, bing, bing, the bell when you'd go over the air hose. That would alert Murph. Murph would come out, check that tire pressure. Check that oil
Check that
level.
oil. Yeah. Pop that hood. Your PSI is a little low on that front left, Mr. Higgins. Don't worry about it, though. Old Gus has got you.
Gus has got you. Murph Union 76 commercial. That's this one. That's the whitest guy ever. Murph 76 station.
Is that a Volkswagen Bug?
Yep.
My engine's missing and my wife won't talk to me. For newlywed, you're off to a pretty rough start.
He said he had the car tuned up.
Well, I did. You did?
Then why are we here instead of at Honeymoon Lodge?
Somebody probably pulled the spark plug wire. It's an old wedding drink. Turn it off. Okay, start her up.
Murph, you saved my marriage.
Well, getting people off to a smooth start is what the spirit of 76 is all about.
Go with the spirit.
That's funny, dude. I had an old Volkswagen
Bug.
And there was a 76 at the corner of my house, or down the street, and I would take it there to this old white guy who would fix it. And every single time he'd fix it, he'd look at me and hand me a bill and say something like, $30. Never get rid of this car.
Yeah, you can fix it. Well, you can almost fix yourself. By the way, is sabotaging someone's engine an old wedding trick?
Yeah,
I feel like
yeah.
that's a cruel joke. They're by the side of the road. It's at night. They're both buzzed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They get hit by semi-truck.
Yeah.
Guys hopped up on trucker speed and they get cleaned out. Like it's kind of, tying cans to the back of the car, so be it.
Great, yeah.
But fucking with the distributor cap and pulling a spark plug wire and making it miss, that's a little cruel.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Hey, I banged your wife in the broom closet on your wedding night. Those old wedding gags.
Yeah, it's an old wedding gag. Yeah. So Murph just went down there and fixed it. But Murph that's who I thought I was going to be dealing with in Los Angeles, not scary foreign guy. What is? No! Just screaming at me through the bulletproof glass.
They pulled spark plug wire. Old wedding trick.
All right, you got one more?
Yeah, let's do Letitia James, New York's top law enforcer, is housing a cop-hating fugitive relative with a lengthy felony rap sheet who was twice arrested for assaulting police officers at one of her Virginia homes, according to court documents.
Her great granddaughter, niece, so what is she?
Grandniece.
Her grandniece
Yes.
has a crazy rap, felon record.
Oh, it's
Or
insane.
a rap sheet.
Yeah.
But it includes getting pulled over 4 times in the same day.
Oh,
like
yeah.
it's literally, it's like, I just saw this. I was like, it's so easy to avoid cops. It's so easy it's easy not to interact with cops. It's easy. You just don't do shit that attracts them.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, do we have the clip or was it good? I heard it all. Well, you can lay it out. I don't know if you got it.
There was I didn't see a clip, but talking about her grandniece, Nikia Thompson, 36, wanted for failing to complete the terms of her parole following a 2011 arrest in Winston-Salem. In that case, she was charged with malicious conduct by a prisoner, a felony, along with assault of a government official and resisting a public officer. But then, keep going, this was 2020. since she's been living in Virginia in the house that Letitia James owns. She's been charged of possession of burglary tools, contributing to the delinquency of a minor, and grand larceny, including the summer before. In July, Thompson was hit with 4 citations in a single day, including driving 80 miles an hour in a 55-mile-an-hour zone and stopping her vehicle improperly on a highway. It was just the year before that she was ticketed once again for doing 80 in a 55 and got a summons for improper child restraint.
Yeah. So Earnestly Bigot wants to know if she got her together with the guy's been tased a million times. I think you'd find at some point their kids are going to be impervious to pepper spray and tasing.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, here's okay. I will put this in perspective, and then we'll talk to Senator John Kennedy. The thing about the lawfare and the turnabout is it fair play, and then he's using the legal system to go after, and so on and so forth. I will just paint a picture for everyone, because Letitia James ran on doing that to him.
Sure.
That she ran on saying, "I'll find something and take Trump down." Okay, which is an insane thing to say into a microphone. Okay, so turnabout is fair play, and this isn't anything, and this is nothing burger. Yeah, technically she did it, but so does half of America, and whatever. Okay, I'll tell you what this is. This is basically, you're the Oakland Raiders, and you just got screwed by the tuck rule. And it's bullshit, and you don't know what it is, and you don't even know why, but you just lost the game because of Tom Brady and some rule that we didn't even know about, but they're going to the Super Bowl and you're going home because of the tuck rule. And now it's a new game and you got the ball and the Patriots are rushing your quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and call the tuck rule. Well, we're going to take that tuck rule.
Sure.
You can win the game now. And it's like, whoa, that's tuck rules bullshit. It is, but it worked for you guys.
Yeah.
And you won the game. So now we're just going to implement the same rule. And you can go, it's a BS rule. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
But it worked for you guys.
Yeah.
So now we're just claiming it again.
Well, in the same breath, talking about Gavin Newsom as he was trolling Trump once again this weekend, they put out a graphic on, what was this? It was Press Office posted a photo on X of President Trump and Israeli Prime Minister Bibi Netanyahu clutching hands and comparing them to Dumb and Dumber. So you're right. They always say, hey, man, we want more decorum in our politics. And now they're figuring out that doesn't work for you. So you have to troll. You have to go be that guy who's a little offensive, and you have to, start a couple of fires. And now Gavin Newsom finally figured it out. So he's got people in his press office posting stuff like this.
I get it, but does Dumb and Dumber work when you end a war and get hostages back?
Even Andrew pointed out. So you're comparing them to two lovable people? Like,
yeah.
What?